Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be in cold September, and we are going to be taking an in-depth look at one of my attacks that worked. It was a fresh triple, and then we're going to be taking a look at one of my attacks that was failed and then cleaned up by Kirk. We're going to be taking a really deep look at the cleanup, kind of showing the planning that I had, the original plan that I had for the base, what went wrong, and what Kirk did to make it better. But before we get started, just want to go ahead and plug the clan real quick. So again, we're in cold September. They were recently returned to CWL, well, hopefully to CWL next season. Right now we're in MLCW, but the clan is filling up quick. So if you're at Town Hall 12, Town Hall 11, Town Hall 13, and you're looking to try out in a really top level experience mixed breakdown clan, cold September is the place to do it. So you'll find a link to the clan in the description of this video. All right, so we're going to take a look at our last war versus Metamines. And the first attack we're going to be looking at is my triple on base number 2. This was a fresh triple. Plan worked out pretty well. I was very happy with the overall result. Obviously, I got a 3-star. Some things went wrong, so it's always good to look back and see what you could have did better. But in general, the plan worked out well. This base, when I first opened it, first thing I noticed right away was that all 3 Inferno Towers were on multi-target. So you got a multi, and a multi. Second thing I noticed was this compartment right here. So this compartment has a queen. It's got an expo. Wasn't really concerned about the expo, but it has the eagle and a scatter shot in it. And the reason why that's a very important compartment is not only because of the defense is in there, but because if you clear out all these defenses in the core, no matter what direction you come in with the beginning of your attack, say a queen charge, you either clear out pathing to go this way, you clear out pathing to go this way, or any direction that you come in kind of clears up good pathing for something like a hybrid. So on this attack I ended up using a hybrid, and the plan I came up with was kind of playing with this idea where bring in the queen, come through here, get the town hall, maybe a wall break here on the corner, get the queen in here, and clean up, like take like this part of the base, hybrid through here. But I didn't really like how much time that would take. It would take quite a king to funnel over here, pretty big funnel, pretty big time investment. CC lore kind of iffy. You'd get it probably in 2 phases. So I ended up not going with that plan. I ended up coming up with the idea of using super wall breakers in order to clear up through here, and through here. And the reason why I wanted to get that last super wall break is because if I open up this wall junction here, then I would have access to everything in here and access to everything in here, which would give me the eagle and the scatter shot, enemy queen, and clear all this out. So the last thing remaining in that compartment would be these 2 buildings left over. But for a hybrid, those 2, not a big deal. Get the queen in, let's say here, with all of this taken out. After that, wanted to funnel this side with a siege barracks. I was thinking Tesla's would be down here somewhere. It's most likely spot. You got a wizard tower to kind of kill any barbarians if you use a barbarian king to funnel over there. So I was thinking that was a good spot for Tesla farm, or I was concerned that they would be up top just because you got the RC and the storage in front of it. So again, just on a first attack, you're kind of playing a guessing game. You even have the possibility of having Teslas here to kind of draw off a queen charge from in here, make them loop around into the town hall. But on the first attack, you just got to go for it. So my plan was get a funnel here, get a funnel here, use a baby dragon up top to funnel all this down. If I break this funnel and there's no Teslas immediately behind it, then I don't need to worry about the queen walking this way because she won't be able to see those buildings over these. So come in, queen down after the funnel, wall break, No freeze needed because it's a multi-inferno. So that adds value to the queen charge. Saves a spell. Multi-inferno doesn't bother a queen on a charge at all. So after she gets done dealing with this, probably one rage, I would have this other wall break to open up this compartment. Deal with the CC. CC would lure. And then another rage down. Get rid of these expos. Queen takes the next wall break. Gets rid of all this. Still got one rage in the bag plus ability. So plenty of spells. Plenty, and the ability to carry me through. And that would give me everything here is what I wanted. So you can kind of see the pathing opening up. Let me zoom out a little bit. Pathing here is pretty good for a hybrid. Everything kind of meeting up there at 3 o'clock. And that was my overall plan for the base. I knew things wouldn't go perfectly because I didn't know where all the traps and stuff were, what was in the CC, exactly where I was going to be able to use spells, but that was the idea. Plan for the hybrid is to funnel with the siege barracks, clear all that trash. Hybrid into here. Go ahead and tome for the town hall because the hogs can't survive. Well, they can, but it's ideal not to have them take that much damage. I needed to make sure I got all the miners and the hogs in the vicinity at the same time, and it's really good for that because of the archer tower and wizard tower. The hogs will still be in the vicinity of the town hall, and then even if just one miner gets onto the town hall immediately, I can go ahead and tome because everything will converge. And then after that, everything should start pouring into here with the support hogs from the siege barracks going to this air defense. So it keeps everything nice and tight. Go ahead and put a heal. And then I was planning on using that last heal somewhere at 3 o'clock. Just kind of playing it by ear. But that was the plan. I wasn't really too concerned about this not working just because of the multi-infernos. I knew my queen was going to get a ton of value. If there would have been, a scatter shot or another ground expo up here towards 12, it would have been a little bit more of an issue on the queen charge. But with what was there, I knew this was going to be a pretty... If it wasn't going to be a triple, it was going to be a time fail. So let's take a look at how I did. All right, so 3 wall breakers. I'm using a giant and 2 wizards to funnel that storage off, and then a baby dragon and a couple loons. So 2 loons for the cannon. It was really close on the storage because that max level mortar does a lot of damage to wizards. Got to use 2 of them. Ended up using the king up top. Go ahead and clear out that royal champ. I was worried about Teslas. I was going to just use a baby dragon and 2 loons, but figured I might as well play it safe. Put in that Coco loon. No Sam out there. Air defense locks on pretty early. Being really patient with my healers. This wall break right here, man. I was worried about it going outside. Put the healers down. Queen's getting really low. Drop that rage. Keeps her from phasing. Probably save the attack with that. I do find a Sam. Now here comes this wall break. And it is not going to do what I wanted. Go into that corner. I really wanted this open. But at this point, I'm kind of trying to reanalyze the plan. I know my queen's relatively safe, especially under this next rage. Go ahead and freeze. This base didn't have a clan castle. It was really weird. But no clan castle. Go ahead and get this funnel down. At this point, I just know I'm going to leave the eagle. So hybrid's going to have to deal with it. Queen's going to get some massive value up here. Going to drop that last rage spell just to make sure she's topped off, going through the eagle and going through the warden. Multi-inferno is not going to do any damage to her. Being really patient with my hybrid, making sure I get a good funnel set. Hogs come out. There's a Tesla there, so kind of pulls them in a weird direction. Get a bad split. Being really patient with my tome. Want to make sure I catch as much as I can. And boom, catch everything in the tome. Now miners are going to get behind the hogs. Using the tome and the heal to keep the hogs going. Go ahead and freeze that scatter shot to keep everything alive. Got one more heal, royal champ ability. That was a really bad heal. I should have just placed it over both wizard towers and just left the multi-inferno alone. But I got a huge group of miners. Royal champ with the ability, queen with the ability. She's wrapping around the base doing cleanup. Some wizards out here. Float my last loon through here. Probably could have held on to the loon just to drop it 6 because I didn't have anything out there. But there was plenty of time on the clock. Knew this was going to be a triple. Loon ends up catching a Sam, but gets down that king pad just in time. Easy 3-star. Really liking a hybrid right now. It's really, really powerful. And on base number 5, I had a pretty bad time fail. So my plan on this base was, again, queen charge hybrid. And the first thing I noticed about this base was that it also has 3 multi-infernos. Now this is a very high value area, especially because there's extra scatter shot up here. There's going to be a lot of damage in there. If you come through with something like Yetis, come in here, maybe quad quake or jump over. Yeah, probably quad quake, just open up everything. Gonna get a lot of value out of here with the tome and the rage. But if there's like a tornado here and you mistime your tome, those scatters are gonna be doing a lot of damage. Queen's gonna be picking stuff off. You really don't want to risk the sweeper blowing back your healers off your Yetis in a compartment like that. So I elected to not go for the Yetis. Plus, I'm just not a very good Yeti attacker. So as I'm looking at the base, I'm thinking, where can I get my queen in to get a whole bunch of value? And I thought, okay, well, we have an air defense, archer tower, 2 expos, and then a couple point defenses up here. But these 2 expos are not on ground. So my queen, if she comes in here, I get a wall break and a wall break. She takes down the first layer of point defenses with little to no DPS on her from the expos. Now she does have to deal with the king, so I was a little bit worried about the king. So I elected to go ahead and send my king kind of on a suicide mission to funnel, get double uses out of him, put him on the top side of this gold mine, let him wrap around. Figured he would pull the king when he went for this archer tower, hit the ability, king clears out a bunch of stuff here. That was the original plan. And then, 2 or 3 loons on this cannon, plus a baby dragon up top, just to stop any funnel up here from being a problem with my queen. This little dead space is really great for funneling your queen, because if you have buildings on the outside of it, as long as you can clear from the dead space across, your queen won't go. So that was the plan for the queen charge. Double layer break, get into the town hall area. Once I'm in the town hall area, I wanted to wall break on this T conjunction, so it would give my queen access in here, so she could clear all this out. King clears all that, so the queen can work everything in here, including the scatter shot and the town hall. And then just looking at the base, let's just go ahead and X all this out. Say that's what the queen gets. You have really tight L through the base for the hybrid. Now obviously you're gonna have to funnel 12 o'clock with like siege barracks, which isn't a problem. There's not a lot of damage up there unless there's a Tesla farm, and even if there's a Tesla farm, you got hogs coming out of there. You don't really need the support hogs can either really help out by going into the base, or they can really help out by clearing like outside Tesla farm. So I knew if everything went right with the queen charge, that the hybrid here would be very, very effective. You could probably come in, do like an early tome to get to the first hero. Through that tome, they get into the second hero. Miners take them, the queen down, do another heal on the back end, and then a heal for this Inferno at 6. If you make it through this part of the base will fall apart. It doesn't end up working like that though, and I'll show you why. Oh, that's Kirk's. Don't want to watch how he did it. Me and Kirk followed the exact same plan. For the most part, he made some really key adjustments that made my time fail end up at an overkill 3-star. So it was all because of the Barbarian King. I'll go ahead and spoil it for you. So 2 loons, baby dragon, Tesla pops. Like, oh boy, Tesla farm. So I drop another loon, make sure I get the cannon down. Cannon goes down, king goes down. Now I know that there's at least 2 Teslas, but I'm expecting all 5 to be up top. So I get my wall break down. Should have been more patient on the wall break. King goes back for the Tesla. Pop the ability. A lot of damage on the king. Now I'm worried about this archer tower. I get that second layer break going. Put a loon down, trying to get this archer tower down so the queen doesn't wrap out. Get the healers down. CC's pulled. Early poison. Probably could have been a little bit more patient with the poison, but these barbs are tanking. So, not a lot of damage on the queen. Get that rage down. Minion over there. Just trying to keep the queen in because I know that she's going to want to go to those Teslas. Now, I did get the right wall break, which is good. I knew the wall break would give me a ton of access deep in the base, and I still had 2 rage spells. I end up using my Coco Loon to try to get that Archer Tower down, so I end up eating a Sam. Queen's dealing with the Town Hall. And right here, I knew I was going to have to pull an audible. Queen's going out. So, as I'm looking at the base now, mid-attack, I'm thinking, I got to get to the Eagle. And I got to get to the Eagle as fast as possible. So the audible I decided to pull was Siege Barracks here. And then I was banking on these support hogs to clear all of this. Now, this isn't the best pathing because it's pretty wide. Can't cover it all with one heal, but I figured if I got that, and I got all this funnel, I can get my hybrid in here. Do a, early tome, heal, maybe, and just pray that I have enough to get to the base with the Royal Champ. Keeps the queen alive as she wraps around the base, but that's a very big ask for a queen to clean up the rest of the base. And as you can tell, I only have 1 wizard in the bank for this, so gonna be running really low on time and cleanup. That Tesla farm. So I drop an ice golem, tank that cannon, that archer tower just to give my siege barracks maximum use. Pega comes out, does a really good job of funneling. This attack got really close, so it wasn't like a bad audible. Sometimes you have to do this in a fresh attack just to try to make it work. Being patient on my hogs, want these miners to get into the base with the hogs. And freeze. Try to hold on this tome as long as possible. End up going for a heal just because the freeze got me deep enough. Support hogs coming in. Use that 3rd rage on the hybrid. The tome just didn't really give me enough value. Get a bad split here. Try to keep everything up. Royal Champ's doing what she can. Queen's out there taking off storages, which is good. Running really low on time though, 35 seconds. A lot of base left. If I wouldn't have had that split, I probably would have got it. But actually, my Royal Champ, if I would have just held on to the Royal Champ ability until just a little bit later, it probably would have worked out. But just trying to get as much base down as possible with the ability. Some miners cleaning up. Queen's on the outside. Finally use her ability. Royal Champ goes down. Warden. Like, get the expo, man. Just 1 shot. 1 shot on the expo. And I end up time failing. Nice name for it. So now we're going to look at what Kirk did to fix it. And Kirk's been cleaning up my time fails for a long time. It's way back in the day. So he's not new to this. He looks at the plan, realizes that really what messed it up was the queen going in and then bouncing out. So his fix for it is avoid that Tesla farm with the king. And he's just going to go ahead and sui his king in here, clear out as much as he can. Ends up not getting the king kill because there's just a lot of damage on him. But the king ends up getting the enemy king down to like almost no health. So same funnel up top. And I think he ends up only needing 2 loons for the funnel up top, which is kind of disappointing. I needed 3. But 2 loons up top with a baby dragon. Funnels over here with like a wizard. Queen goes in, double layer break, same conjunction, so wall breaks perfect. And he ends up getting everything in here with his queen. You're going to see an adjustment though. He didn't follow my hybrid from the bottom, which is good because it was much better to come from the top if possible, especially knowing that the Tesla farm was over there. So here comes Kirk. Early king, early loon, early wizard. Just gonna get that out of the way first. And boom, down goes the cannon. Oh, he did use 3 loons. Okay, cool. King takes a weird path here, but he gets the queen down. Doesn't have to worry about those Teslas and that archer. Not a big deal for the queen. Now he does drop a rage, and I'm not sure he needed it, but he almost misses his healers. And his queen gets kind of low. Goes for that second layer. Queen finishes off the king. CC's starting to get pulled. Nice Coco Loon for that Sam. Saves him a healer. CC comes out. Well, half the CC comes out. Pull some skellies. Get that next rage down. And at this point, you can see once this goes down, Town Hall is going to go down. Expo is going to go down. Archer Tower. All of this is going to go down. And the queen is probably going to loop back in to start cleaning up this middle. Now, cleaning up this clan castle is very important because it keeps the pathing really tight for your miners. He's going to use the siege barracks. It's going to clear this way. Going to get a ton of value out of that. Support hogs coming in. And things are already just looking a lot smoother here. So Kirk, really good base recognition. Really good small changes to a successful plan to make it work. And again, big shout out to Kirk. You know, he's one of the best players I've ever played with. Tribe Gaming, I believe he was in Genesis with me. He was in the Swarm with me. Very good guy. Really, really talented player. And I love the way he does his names. Kirk Khan. We're kind of unfortunate that he dropped the siege barracks right in range of that cannon. That cannon's doing a lot of work on his siege barracks. Doesn't really get maximum amount of value that he could have got out of it. But here comes a hybrid. Nice funnel set by that P.E.K.K.A. Everything's going to just keep going through. And this queen, like I said, nothing to stop her. Still has the ability, still has a freeze. Early tome up top. Gonna get the enemy queen down. Just like we talked about when we were analyzing the base. Gets the queen and the RC down under that tome. Now his RC is taking some damage, but he has so many troops left. And there's just not a lot of base. Queen ends up beating through a wall. RC pretty much full health with the ability. Bunch of hogs outside cleaning up. Miners just everywhere. Kirk just slaughtered this base. Holy moly. Nice ability. Queen's beating on another wall. But he doesn't even need the queen. Once she got what she needed, base was wrecked. So very nice job, Kirk. Way to come in. Way to make me look like I knew what I was doing just a little bit. And yeah, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna be trying to do more of these videos where I analyze the cleanup aspect of the game, because you know, with the 5v5 stuff going on, everyone kind of focuses on that fresh attack, making it as successful as possible. And of course you want that, but in these larger format wars where you don't have just 1 hour to plan, it's very, very important that if you attack a base with a successful plan and it doesn't work out, that second attack you build upon that plan and make it better, because 2 hits on a base still equals a perfect war. So very good job for Kirk. Next time I do one of these for Cold Sep, I'm going to start looking at, you know, some of the Town Hall 12s, maybe some of the Town Hall 11s. I got a feeling that we clear 11s pretty successfully in MLCW, so 11s probably won't get as much shine here, but I'm going to make sure I keep focusing in on some of the really expert planning and attacking that takes place in this clan. Like I said, if you're a Town Hall 11, 12, or 13, and you're looking for a home for a mixed breakdown clan, we are doing a no dip league, but we have plenty of 11s, 12s, and 13s to go around. So please, I'm gonna have the Discord link in the server. If you want to come over there and give a shout out, or if you want to come get a tryout, whatever you want to do, get into Cold Sep, because they're coming back and the seats are filling up fast. As always, at the end of the video, just want to go ahead and give my wife a shout out. Thank you for editing the videos, baby. They look amazing. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video. I'll catch you next time.